Hello, everyone. I am here to listen to the new Roger Waters album. By new Roger Waters album, I clearly mean the Redux of Dark Side of the Moon, probably one of the more controversial album releases this year, if not of all time. Um, I love Dark Side of the Moon, like pretty much most of humanity. I love ish. Okay, don't love, but I really dig what Roger Waters has been doing in his solo career, with more minimalistic synth based kind of sounds. Honestly, I'm a fan. I would say. I don't know how these two things are going to mix because I am pretty sure since I already heard technically one song off this record, which was Money. It was very minimalistic and weird. But who knows how I feel about the rest of the album, which is what I'm going to find out right now.
You are the angel of death, and I am the dead man's son. He was buried like a mole in a foxhole, and everyone's still on the run. Breathe in the air.
Yeah, this is very new Roger Waters.
Don't be afraid to care.
I can see why people would have a problem with this. The expectation of David Gilmour and the jarringness of hearing a more sing-talking kind of voice that Roger Waters has been doing as of late. I can see why that would be very off-putting.
And choose your own ground.
But for what it is, it's chill. I mean, Roger Waters has never been, to me, a very good singer. But for what he's been doing lately, I would say his style works. And this is a good opening song because it gives a good, ease into his style that he's been doing lately. Because Breathe is not that far off from that style. So it's a easy way to kind of nudge you into it. This is one of those tracks where I feel like this wouldn't necessarily work with his new style, because what drives this track, what makes it so special to me, is this whole intro and how it builds. You have the really low sounding guitar, just bow. And you just have those rototoms. I assume rototoms are just toms that are creating in a way, the melody. And I was more scared of this one because this is his style. It's just feel like his style detracts from what makes the song so special. Compared to the original, it's obviously not as good. I don't know if it stands up even to itself. It's just, this album is in that weird limbo of people are going to compare it to the original and not see it as its own thing. And that's a bit of a detriment because then you're kind of automatically putting this sound in a bad light. But to me, on my own, I can try to speak to how I feel about how this feels on its own. And I mean, it sounds nice, but it's not bad. This is not bad. See, I like the cello there. I like the cello. That was a cool cello addition. See, if he were to do this and make it really stand out, he needs to do more of that, like the cello right there. He needs to not strip down, but maybe make an interesting minimalistic version of it. I'm scared for the next track though, because the next track is easily one of their most iconic tracks. And every time I've seen Roger do it live, it's amazing. It really is such a cool thing to watch. But obviously he plays it more, old-fashioned, how Pink Floyd played it. And this version is just something I would just have as something in the background of something more important. You know what I mean? Like, I could see this as I'm eating at a nice restaurant, and there's like a musician on stage that is just doing a little cover, and I'm more paying attention to my steak and potatoes as opposed to what the guy is mumbling over. I'm not a fan of just taking like the amazing music that is the original Dark Side of the Moon, making it like a stripped down version and then doing spoken word over it. Like, I can see doing that for like On the Run, a transition track.
And now we've arrived at the bit I was looking for. Money.
This is the one I've heard before. I played this for my dad, who was a huge Pink Floyd fan too. More of a David Gilmour kind of fan. But his reaction to this was just like, what? You know, like brain gears.
Just did shit.
Because what is this?
The champ. Well satisfied.
Like, is it a spoken word, like, poem hour at your local open mic? Like,
Out loud. The crowd.
I can hear, like, the music wanting to pop out in the background, but it's narrated over. Why is it narrated over? So far, I wouldn't see myself ever listening to this over the other one. Like, I'm not saying competition-wise, like, is this better or worse? No, I mean, like, if I were to be like, I wanna listen to music right now, I wouldn't choose this. Like, I wouldn't be like, I wanna listen to Dark Side of the Moon Redux. Because, A, he has better stuff that he's written recently. I am a fan of the last record, Is This the Life You Really Want? We Really Want? Something like that. I actually enjoy that record. Like, it has more variety than this. I even like some of the, like, lockdown session stuff that he did. Because I like the more interesting sounds. Not more interesting, but, like, the variations in songs that we know on there. And it sounds like he tried to do it with all of Dark Side. But, like, it doesn't work as well. It doesn't work as well. So, in other words, if I were going to listen to music and I wanted to listen to something like this, I would listen to his other more recent stuff, or I'll be honest, like other more minimalistic, nice sounding vibe songs similar to this, like for example Low Roar. If you want to hear something that sounds like this but isn't this, Low Roar, popularized by that Death Stranding video game, that is better. Like, there's a lot more interesting ideas in this one. Like, I know everything I just said. This, so far, is more in line with not only what I was expecting, but what works better. Because you're taking the music, stripping it down, but also adding a lot more to it. You're also not mumbling spoken word over random sections. You're actually, like, creating a melody that is pleasing to listen to. Like, it's cool to hear, like, stringed violins and cellos doing this part. That's a difference. That creates a different kind of sound to what's already been done. See, if he stuck to something more like this, if he created the whole record to be more in this vein, that would have been better. But I'm sorry, I just went through a long stretch of a lot of spoken word that wasn't necessary. Felt very pretentious.
Tact tactics and strategy,
It just feels so slow.
barter in the time of love.
And it's gonna hurt so much because the end of this record is one of my favorite endings to a record ever.
Skin.
Ever. Everything from here on out. I remember listening to it the first time and just being like, this is perfect. Perfect. And now it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna have spoken word over all of it. I'm so scared of how the Psycho's gonna sound. Because he's probably just gonna make a weird laugh.
Colour you like.
So you're gonna start naming the colors? Yeah?
Blue and yellow.
Yeah.
Why don't we re-record? He's gone mad.
It does he also does is he acknowledging that this is literally a giant joke? Is that what that was? Am I the punching bag for listening to this for almost a whole hour? What he could have done is he could have taken all of the music from this, put it on YouTube on a separate account, and just been like, Dark Side of the Moon lounge version, and it would have been a hit. I guarantee you, so many people would be like, oh, yo, did you check out the Dark Side Lounge version on YouTube? It's so cool. No lyrics, take out the lyrics. I'm talking like just the music. That would have gone over better. PR 101. Roger Waters, hire me. I'll help you get this out there without you pissing off basically every Pink Floyd fan. That being said, I'm not that vitriolic against this. Like, this feels like one of those okay grandpa albums, you know, where it's just like, alright, yeah, you got it out of your system, grandpa. Yeah, alright, back to bed, you know. That's what it feels like. I don't think that works. I don't like the spoken word over the singing. I don't like that. How it's off rhythmically. I don't like it. This is the last song! This is supposed to be one of the most iconic endings to a record. Look, I can't help but compare it to the original now. I can't help it. I said I wasn't gonna do it. I can't help it. I can't help comparing it. Because, like, on one hand, yeah, sure, create something that's different, sounds different, feels different, sure. But you do have to make it good in that regard, to me at least. I wouldn't want to listen to this version of it. Like if the original album didn't exist, I wouldn't be like, ooh, this is good. I'd be like, why is an old man narrating over people singing? Like, it feels like if Tame Impala made a song and then had an old guy narrate the same lyrics over it off time, like, I would just be like, why are you doing that? Take the old man out. Take the old man out. Back. Okay, no, never mind. I take that back. But I feel like there's so much that is unneeded with that. So, overall review,